What's going on, guys? It's been a minute, but just wanted to touch base with what we got left. The draft is about what? What today's the 14th? I believe the draft is next week, if I'm not mistaken. So we get through this week, and I believe it's next Thursday through Sunday. I mean, we can look it up, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's next week. So the point I'm trying to make is I just wanted to look at these last few free agents and discuss what I think is happening, especially the main guy, Aaron Rodgers, because there's a lot of talk about him going to, we know the three teams, right? The Giants, the Steelers, and the Vikings. I think what's happening here is Aaron wants to go to the Vikings, basically the NFL replaying the same script with Brett Favre. But I don't know how it would play out if he would actually be successful. But both guys went to the Jets and now they're both going to the Vikings. That'd be eerily very weird. You know what I mean? So I just don't know if that's going to happen. And at the same time, he looks at the Steelers. It's a lot of fool's gold. You got the two wideouts, but they're both dramatic. They both are going to want the ball. And it's just a headache with those two guys. They lost their running back. They lost their left tackle. They got a defensive-minded coach. We don't know if he's going to mesh well with the offensive coordinator. So it's just a lot of questions. Like, it seems like, oh, go to the Steelers. You got two receivers, but it's a lot bigger than that. You don't know if everything's going to be sustained, and if it all just falls apart in the beginning, it's his career and his legacy is over. So this is his last contract, so he wants to pick a team where he's going to be successful, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't think in the AFC. He already was in the AFC for 2 years. He saw the competition. He played against Josh Allen twice. He played against Tua twice. You know what I mean? He barely got through the Patriots. So he's thinking to himself, how am I going to go out here and compete against Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson twice a game? And we don't even know who the Browns are going to get. They could end up getting Cam Ward, great young prospect. So it's not really a good choice for him to go to the Steelers when you really think of it and think about all the things I just said. But if he goes to the Giants, it's not much better there. You got to deal with the champs twice. And then you got to deal with Jaden Daniels twice. And then you got to deal with the Cowboys. We don't know what they're going to do yet. But that's still around the same situation as the Giants. Maybe a little better, maybe a little worse. Then you have the Vikings. The Vikings, they've made so many moves on the O-line, D-line. This team is basically ready to go. They just need a quarterback. They got their receivers. They got a running game. They got a tight end. They got an O-line. You feel me? They literally have everything. And whatever they don't have, they're going to draft. You know what I mean? So I think the Vikings are just trying to force Aaron's hand, you know. But the thing is, the longer the Vikings wait, the more leverage Aaron Rodgers has. Because now we're going to be able to see J.J. McCarthy in OTAs. And if he doesn't look good in OTAs, now Aaron Rodgers has the leverage. Now they're going to need a quarterback. If they don't like the way J.J. is looking, moving, and running the offense. And I guess it was in the NFC playoffs, he was looking like he was 170 pounds. So if he's still looking small and not looking right, they might need to pick up that phone because Aaron Rodgers, he's not what he used to be, but if they think they have a better chance to win with him, they're going to have to think about doing that. And Aaron Rodgers, you know he's going to be motivated because he's going to play his old team, the Packers, twice a year. So you know he's going to be motivated to stick it to them. He used to own the Bears. I know the Bears, they have new coaches and Caleb, and it's different, but he used to own the Chicago Bears. He knows the Bears well. He wants to get back at his old team, and he knows a lot of those players very well, and those players are still going to be there, a lot of them. And then, who's the other team there? I can't think of the other team, but my point is he knows that division very well, and he excels in that division. So I can't bet against him if he goes to the Vikings. He really could be very successful. The Lions was the other team. That would be his hardest competition, I would say, in that division would be the Lions. But don't forget they lost their OC, they lost their DC, right? They lost some other key guys, so it's not going to be the same Detroit team that we've seen. At least on offense, they're going to take a little slight step back, in my opinion. When you lose an offensive coordinator like that, your offense isn't going to be the same. So they're going to be a little bit different, and I think a little bit worse on offense. Defensively, they lost their DC, but defense is a little bit easier to recoup. But I still don't think it's going to be the same. I think the Lions, they go from being a 13-win team to like a 10-win team, 11-win team. The Vikings, if they can get this Rodgers thing in order, because I don't think McCarthy, think about it, McCarthy, do you guys remember McCarthy's last collegiate game? If you guys remember, in the national championship, J.J. McCarthy did not throw a pass in the second half. And I don't know if you guys know this, Kevin O'Connell, the offensive coordinator for the Vikings, he likes to throw the ball. He's not like Kyle Shanahan, where he likes to run the ball. This guy likes to throw the ball around the rock, or throw the rock around the field. That's what he likes to do. So he wants that pill all over. He wants to test every part of that field in defense. Does J.J. McCarthy allow you to do that? He's never played that way. Aaron Rodgers, we've seen him play that way. Maybe not recently, but the Jets suck. They can't provide him the protection he needs. But this team, if they can provide the protection that Aaron needs, don't you think Aaron can run this offense even better? Now, JJ, he was 20 years old last year. He's still 21 now. He learned behind Darnold. Now he can learn behind Rodgers one more year, and he'll still be 22 next year. But then he falls behind the capability of the Vikings drafting another quarterback, because no job is guaranteed in the NFL. But at the same time, you used a top 10 pick on this guy, so you have to sort of give him a chance at some point, whether it's this year or next year. The thing on their side is that he's so young, but he's also on a rookie contract that you want to see if he's able to do it now, so you can win big while it's cheap for him. Whereas at the same time, though, if you can get Aaron Rodgers on a veteran minimum, because this guy's made over $500 million, he doesn't need the money. If he could do that, then you basically, both sides can walk away from it if it doesn't work out. But it's all on Aaron Rodgers. I think everything is on Aaron Rodgers right now. I think he's holding everything up. I don't think he wants to get Kirk Cousins. I think he's going to wait till after the draft to make his decision. Because the best thing you could do at this stage of your career is say no. Believe it or not, guys. Because if he rushes and just picks the Steelers now, what if they draft Shador? You know what I mean? The time is the time is ticking on his watch and on his time as their quarterback. I'm pretty sure Rodgers wants to go somewhere and just be known as, I'm the guy for the foreseeable future, whether that's a year or two. You know what I mean? Because he's still got a year or two left if he stays upright. We've seen Brady do it till he's 45. Like, it's up to Rodgers how long he wants to play. He's been saying this for years, though. Notice, though, since he's been doing the retirement talk, he hasn't been up to par. Because I feel like once you start talking retirement, you're kind of like already retired. Once you start throwing that R word around, he should have never even said that. You got to keep that stuff to yourself. And that's why teams aren't really going all out with him, because they're like, are you going to retire? Like, I get what he's doing. Like, he's trying to put urgency out there, but at the same time, you're cutting yourself short. If you said, like, Tom Brady, like, I'm going to play till I'm 48, then people know, oh, he's playing till he's 48. We can give him a long contract. He's committed. Brady never talked retirement until he actually retired. He never was, like, 38 saying, I'm going to retire. Nah, Brady never did that. Brady was always precise with his words and his play. He knew that perception's reality. If you say anything stupid like that, GMs hold on to that and they hold that against you. So, all this ayahuasca, it's just, I don't know, man. There's just no accountability for Aaron Rodgers. You got just this guy, this rich, basically a rich white guy, basically just running the tables here, doing whatever he wants. There's no one to get in his ear. You think if Aaron Rodgers was married, you don't think his wife would have, knock some sense into him, maybe give him another opinion here and there? You know what I'm saying? Guys like KD, you think if he had a wife, do you think he would have left Golden State? You know what I mean? You don't think his wife would have been like, "Come on, Kay, you're being a little stupid here." Not saying that he can't do it without his wife, but I'm saying like you have someone to hold you accountable. Now you kind of got to think about things instead of making rash decisions. But you got a guy like Aaron Rodgers holding everything up, but I guess he's really gonna. I think he's waiting until after the draft. He's gonna see where everyone ends up, where these quarterbacks end up. He's gonna probably wait till after OTA, so these guys and these teams can see what these guys look like and where they're lacking, and then he's gonna be like, "All right, I'm here if you need me." And you know what? Another option could be just retire, and another option could be just wait till the season starts, wait till somebody goes down. Because last year it was 66 quarterbacks that played. So that means everybody's backup saw the field. So with those chances, he's better off just waiting and just praying and just waiting his turn. Because rushing to get onto a team now really doesn't do you any good. Other than you get to practice with the guys. That's good for the team, but it's not good for you. And Aaron Rodgers is about him. When has he ever really cared about the team? So I just don't see him really caring that much about that. I think he's waiting for the Vikings to realize that they need him. And to be honest with you guys, him going to the Vikings would be exciting because with JJ over there and Addison, and they might draft another receiver. They got Naylor. Aaron Rodgers would have a field day with those guys. He's never, can't say never. He's had a great receiver before. I'll take that back. But I don't think he's ever had a receiver on the level of Justin Jefferson. So it would be exciting to see that. JJ could learn from him and see like how to really throw these passes and when and anticipation and know-how, just veteran savviness. Like you really can like learn a lot just from watching people do what they do, and they're really good at what they do. Like watching the best people at their profession does a lot for you. It really does, especially if you're in that profession. We got guys like Keenan Allen. I think he's doing the same thing. He's gonna wait and see what teams need a receiver after the draft, and then they're gonna like guys like Vaughn, Keenan, Rodgers, Amari. They want to play for a winner. So, like, guys like them, Deontay Johnson, same thing. Sheriff's a really good lineman. I'm surprised he wasn't signed yet. But guys like that, they're going to wait until after the draft. And it's going to work out for them and the team. Because the team's going to be like, all right, we didn't fill our holes in the draft. And, like, who do we have in free agency? And that's when they turn to those guys. You know what I mean? That's when they turn to the Aaron Rodgers. That's when they turn to, who else? Deontay Johnson, right? Deontay Johnson still got years left in the tank. He's a good wide receiver. I'm surprised the Steelers let him go, to be honest. You still got Tyler Lockett. He's trying to play for a winner. You got Marcus Williams. Matt Judon still is out there. You know what I mean? Matthew Judon could help any team. Any contender that needs a pass rusher, Matthew Judon can help them. There's still a lot of good talent out here, guys. Shaq Mason, Zadarius Smith, Mosley. So a lot of these guys, Justin Simmons, you know what I mean, guys? These are some good players. Still some quality out here. I just think it's more about money and right fit for all these guys. But a lot of these guys that you see here are going to get signed after the draft. So basically we're talking May 1st, the week of May 1st. All through May, you're going to see guys get signed after the draft. Whether it's unsigned draft players, guys that didn't get drafted get signed, and then you're going to have these guys. Teams are just trying to fill their holes with their rookies first, and then whatever they have left over with the reserve and that cash, then they're going to look into the free agency and get what they need. So look for all these big-name older guys to be on top 10 teams, I'd say. I'd be surprised if any of these guys go to a crappy team just for a lot of money, because a lot of these guys got paid already. You know what I mean? A lot of these guys already got the bag. So I just think these guys are gonna go to good teams, and I think the good teams are just trying to get through their draft and pick their other young guys, and then go from there. And if whatever they missed out on in the draft, they can fill through these guys. That's how it goes in the NFL. They do it backwards, in my opinion. The NBA does it properly. You do the free agency first, or excuse me, do the draft first, then free agency. That's the way it should go. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. All right, I'm gonna end the video off here. Next video, if I have time, I'm gonna try to get some tape on Cam, Shador, Dart, all these first round quarterbacks supposedly, and we'll look at them if we have some time and try to figure a comp and figure if they're gonna be good players. Same thing we did last year and the year before. So if we have time, we'll do that again. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.